Time for math today being Tuesday, April 28th. Today in math, you need your speed drill, lesson 144, pages 287 to 288 out of your book. And you also need two color pencils if you have them, so that we can just kind of look at our second number here. I chose, I don't know if you can see it plainly, but I chose red and blue. So just two pencils. If you need to pause the video to grab those, go ahead and do that now. All right, so today on your speed drill, it's lesson 144. It's a 3-minute speed drill, just some multiplication and subtraction problems there. I'm going to ask that at some point, if you can later, you set you a timer for 3 minutes and work on those. I wanted to go ahead and jump into our new concept for today so that we would have enough time. All right, so let's look at page 287. You're multiplying with two two-digit factors. This is a simple concept once you just get all the pieces to it. Very, very easy, but just a couple of things to remember as we're moving through it. Okay? So look at your box at the top of the page, the purple box. I have the example problem written here. I have 24 times 12. I have you a little closer to me so you can see the board. Now I'm going to go through each step in the box, and then I'm also going to do it on the board so you can see how the steps are ordered, okay? So let's look at step number 1, matches problem, the first example there. Multiply the top factor by the ones digit of the bottom factor. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and I know I'm covering up my multiplication symbol. I'm going to use my blue because the directions say multiply the top factor by the ones digit. That 2 is in the ones place. So you're going to come up, just like we've done. 2 times 4 equals what? 8. Still need those multiplication tables. And then we're going to go across. 2 times 2 equals what? 4. That's step 1. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Now let's look at step 2. Multiply the top factor by the tens digit of the bottom factor. All right. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to cover my 2 up because I'm finished with that. Now, this is what I need you to remember. When you come over and you are ready to work in the tens digit, you're not going to have a number in this ones digit column because we're finished with the ones. We're moving over to the tens. You will need to put a hero 0 placeholder right there. That is your signal. That is your cue to move over to the tens digit. All right? So I'm going to come up. I have my 1 in red, so I'm going to have my red here. I'm going to say 1 times 4. Just going to go across here. 1 times 4 equals what? 4. All right? I'm not even tempted to put it under the 8 because I already have my 0 there. Now I'm going to come up. I'm going to say 1 times 2 equals 2. Finished. Then it says add the two partial products. All right, I'm going to come under here. I'm going to add them up. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. And 0 plus 2 equals 2. Okay, so my answer is, my product is 288. This is the key, other than your multiplication tables, putting in the 0 here so that you're moving a place over. If you did not put the 0 here, you'd have 4 here and 2 here. And when you added, that would not be the correct number. Okay? So you have to remember the 0 to push you over to the tens place. All right, so let's look at 1A. 1A. We're going to start, the directions say, multiply the top factor by the 1, just like we've done in the past. Very simple. So, I'm going to start with my 4. Sorry about that. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. Now, you have two choices here. You can put the 2 down and carry the 1. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1 equals 1. Or you can go ahead and write the 1 under there and have 124. Whichever you want to do there is fine. Okay? So now I'm going to come over and I'm going to use my tens place. Well, I'm going to cover up my 4. And the next thing that I'm going to do before I start is hero 0. Okay, you cannot forget that, or you're just going to push your places over and they're not going to add up correctly. So now let's go. 1 diagonal, 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. And then our next step is we add it. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So our answer for 1A is 434. If you did not get 434, did you put your 0 in right here? You have to remember to do that, okay? All right, let's look over at B. We'll cover up. We have 21 times 12. First step, super easy. We're going to say 2 times 1 equals 2. This way, now let's go diagonal. 2 times 2 equals 4. That's really simple, right? Because we've done that before. Now, we're going to come over and use our tens place. So I'm going to cover this up. What do I need to do? Hero 0. Yep. So 0 in the ones place. Ones, tens, we're moving over to the tens. So we put a 0 here because I don't have anything here. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 2 equals 2. And then we add, oh, I'm sorry. Let me write that. I didn't mean to write it in red. Let me take that off. Let me use this one. And then we add, so I'll write my product here. 2 plus 0 equals 2. 4 plus 1 equals 5. 0 plus 2 equals 2. My answer is 252. And that's all it is to it. Let's keep going. If you want to go ahead and start 1C, just do your ones place. I'll catch up with you in just a second. Okay. 1C. If you want to wait for me, that's fine. 42 times what? 11. My ones, 1 is in the tens place, and my 1 is in the ones place. There we go. Then we're going to multiply. I'm simply going to cover my red 1. So I'm not working with it right now. 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 times 4 equals 4. So you should have 42 there. Okay, this is 1C. That's easy enough, right? Now, I'm going to move. Look, it pulled off the 1. That's interesting. 1 back there. I'm going to move this over and cover up my ones place. Now I'm going to switch colors because I'm switching places. I'm moving over to the tens. First thing I'm going to do here, bring down a 0. Put a 0. I have nothing there. That's a placeholder. Put it there to make you slide over to the tens place. Now, 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 times 4 equals 4. And we add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. 0 plus 4 equals 4. And I wrote it in red again. I'm sorry. But the answer there is 462. Sorry. Okay? So did you remember to put the 0 there? If you didn't remember to put the 0 there, then you had 42 plus 42. What would you get, 84? 84 is a lot different than 462. Yeah. So you have to be careful with those. The difference is putting in the 0 here. All right, let's do 1D together. So we have 13 times 31. All right, so let's go to work. I want to cover up my 3 here, my red 3. Because I don't need it right now. I'm going to start in my ones place. Okay. 1 times 3 equals 3. 1 times 1 equals 1. Easy enough, right? Now I'm going to switch over to my red. Put my 3 back on there. Cover this up. Before I get started, what do I need to put? My hero 0. Yep. Because I'm not doing anything with the one side. See, I've got a block there. I've got a nothing there. So we need a 0. So now let's go. 3 times 3 equals 9. And then that pushes me over. 3 times 1 equals 3. So we're going to add. Oh, I remember to switch colors this time. Add. 3 plus 0 equals 3. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 0 goes down, 1 goes up. 0 plus 3 equals 3, plus 1 equals 4, and my answer is 403. All right, I'll let you do E on your own, and you can make sure you have someone check it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, on 1E, your product here at the bottom is going to be a 3-digit number. If you come up with a 2-digit number, you forgot to put your 0 in as a placeholder to slide you over. All right? Number 2, you're solving your story problems. Number 2A is just a 1-step problem. 2B is a 2-step problem. On the back, number 3, find the averages. Circle your answers. So you're going to be circling your quotients there. Number 4, solve the story problem. Use the chart to show how much change. Dad bought 2 rose bushes for Mom. Each bush cost $12.49 each. So make sure you're figuring for 2 there. And Dad gave the clerk 2 $20 bills. How much change would Dad get back? Number 5, reduce to the lowest terms. Reduce means to divide. So you'll have 8/40ths there. we are looking at that numerator. Yes, yes, yes. It will be the 8. And it will be the 8 here. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. 40 divided by 8 equals 5. So your answer there is 1/5, not 8. Okay? Number 6, find the fractional part. You're dividing 33 by 3. And number 6, some of these could be mixed numbers. Okay? They're not all going to be even divides. And then you have a brain booster there. Okay? The extremely large telescope in your picture there, and then the galaxy on 287. So we'll do more and more practice with the multiplying with two-digit factors. But if you have any questions about that, just please feel free to let me know, and I will help you answer those, and we'll just keep going along with it. It's just going to be just taking practice. All right? So we'll be ready for language after this.